Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with Zook Stitch, and today is Saturday, August 17th, 2024. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here spending part of your day or your evening with me. We've had a great week. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. I am coming down with a little summer cold, it sounds like, so forgive my voice or if I have to cough or take more sips of water than normal. But this week was so much fun. Excuse me. Excuse me. Candy, the 614 Stitcher, who I will link below. I'm going to try to be better about linking people below. Came to town. She and a handful of other people were in Portland for just a couple of days before they headed up to Seattle to go on an Alaskan cruise. So very excited. So Candy stayed with me for a couple days. She came in a couple days early, and I'm going to be inserting pictures here. These pictures were taken by Candy. I stole them off of her Instagram page. She said I could. So we had a great time. We went out to the Oregon coast. We went to my favorite candy shop at the Oregon coast. We walked along the beach, had lunch. It was a really, really great day. She came at perfect time because our weather has cooled down a lot. So it's been so much fun. And then we met Sheila from the Sunshine Stitchers and Deb from Deb wasn't in yet. Kathleen. We met them at their hotel for just a drink and appetizers. And then on Thursday, we went and spent the day at Acorns and Threads. It was so much fun. They had a stitching day. The room was packed. It's probably where I got my cold. But Sheila was there, of course. Candy was there, of course. Deb from the Sunshine Stitchers was there as well. Jackie was there. I met Colette, who was wonderful. Debbie, I got to see Debbie was there. It was just a wonderful day. If I'm forgetting any names, please forgive. I have a little bit of head fog going on here. But it was just a wonderful day of shopping and stitching. And then Candy left me Friday morning. But she'll be back for just like a day when she comes back. She's flying out of Portland. So it's been a wonderful week. It's one of those weeks, like, I don't have a ton of, like, in here. Like, I have a couple, like, crafty, stitchy friends in town, like Tammy, obviously. She's not in town. She lives like 45 minutes away from me. But it's just so much fun to have somebody, that you can just sit and stitch with and that kind of has the same interests that you do. We just sat and we watched some Flosstube. We watched some Netflix together while we stitched in the evenings. It was really, really fun. And my heart is so full. It was almost like going to a retreat, but everyone came here, which was great. It was so much fun. So yes, it's been a wonderful, wonderful week. And it's well worth the cold that I'm getting. Okay, so I had several questions about this calendar that I showed last week about people asking where you can get it. What's funny about this is I am on their list somehow. I do not know how I got on their list. Of where they send me a preview and then they ask, do you want to keep this? If you want to keep it, you pay the bill or whatever. So I looked online where you can get this. This is not yet available. It should come out in the fall. I did find a pre-order available on Stitch It Central, which is out of Canada. So you can pre-order it at Stitch It Central. But if you're in the U.S., you're going to be paying for postage from Canada. But they expect it to be released in fall, so maybe hold off a little bit, and you can. I'll put the link for Stitch It Central down below. That's the only place I've seen them offer it for pre-order online. But look a little bit closer when we get into fall a little bit more, or you can contact Craftways Corporation, which I'll also put their phone number down below as well and see when it's available. But I love it. Like, again, if you missed last week, this one I am starting that's going to be my New Year, New Start. I love that one. I plan someday to stitch that one, a portion of this carrot one, probably the bunny and maybe some of the carrots. I'm going to just choose ghosties. I think they're so cute. I just think this is a great calendar. And it's really nice and big. You know what I mean? Like, you have a nice big picture and space to write your appointments in. So I'm excited for that. So that's where you can get that. So let's get into the stitching. I have a finish. You're not going to believe this. Well, maybe you will, but I have a finish. I finished Beautiful Girl. And I will link this one down below as well. See, I'm going to try to be better about linking. This is by TJ Designs off of Etsy. And it's done. Look at that. Beautiful Girl, you can do hard things. I finished this last night. I love it. It was such a fun stitch. I started this. Okay, so well, first of all, this is stitched on a 32 count special edition fabric from the August 2020 Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month Club. So it doesn't really have a name. I worked on this. This went into Pattern Keeper very easily, so that's where I worked on it. I started this May 1st of this year, and I finished it August 16th of this year. And I stitched it for my friend who was diagnosed with breast cancer. She, I believe, is in remission. She has very good prognosis right now, but her birthday is September 10th, so I'm going to try to get it framed in time for her birthday. It took me a total of 46 hours to stitch, and I love it. It was so much fun. I used all the called for. If you want to see the floss, this is DMC, is all the called for. It's so pretty and bright and happy. And she has a ton of different mandala designs with different sayings and stuff like that. So I'll link TJ Designs down below. So if you want to take a look at her shop, you can do that. But I'm so excited. Now, this was not on my year of whips because I didn't know about the diagnosis until March or April of this year. But this will count for one of my countdown to 50, where I'm trying to finish 50 projects by the time I turn 50 in 3 years. That's finished number 4 on that list. So, and I don't have all 50 projects listed on there. Because I haven't thought of all 50 projects yet that I think I can finish soon. So we're 4 down. So we have 56 more to go. No, 46. Sorry, 46 more to go. So I'm thrilled to have that done and to get it framed and get it off to my friend. My friend, she's my friend, and she's also my boss at work. Okay, let's get into what we stitched on this week. So because Candy was in town, I was able to take a couple days off work, so I had a little more stitching time, which was great. And, you know, when you're with a stitcher, she wants to sit and stitch, so that was great. So my 25/7 piece for this month is Lucy Beam, Immortal, Buying Cross Stitch Like I'm Immortal. This is my 25/7, where I work on it about 25 minutes a day. I'm stitching this on, I can't remember what I'm stitching it on. It's a Color and Cotton that was in my stash. I'll tell you next time if I remember. So I got more of the words done. Buying cross stitch, I got that done, and then I got the L started. I did buy another thread of, this is Begonia by Weeks Dye Works. I didn't have a full skein when I started, so I did buy a second one when I was at Acorns. This is on my year of whips. It is also on my countdown to 50. So it's going well. Today's the 17th, and I'm probably halfway done. So it's going fast. So I changed all the colors out to make it brighter. So I used that as inspiration. So I looked for a blue, a green, and that's more of a burgundy red. I used Begonia, which is kind of like a dark pink. So I just brightened it up a bit. But I love it. I think it's really pretty, and it's really fun to stitch on, and it goes fast. So that one will be done, if not this month, then soon after. Okay, last Saturday, I worked on Halloween Window by Gros Point de Croix. Halloween Window. I'm starting this with my friend Karen from Stitching Past My Bedtime. I mentioned last week, but this is kind of a slow stitch. There's some blends. The pattern it's not hard to read. It's a beautiful pattern. It's all in color. But I just have a hard time kind of following along. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count Cozy Cove by Fortnite Fabrics. And this is where I got to. So I did a little more fill in over here. because having these like lighter colors helps direct me to where I need to go elsewhere. It does not look like much. It does not look like this is 6 hours worth of stitching in total because I worked on it 2 Saturdays for 3 hours each, but it's just a little slow going. So there we are, but I'm definitely getting in the mood for fall with our cooler weather, even though I know it's still summer here in the US, in the Northern Hemisphere, I should say. Starbucks is coming out pumpkin spice latte, which I don't particularly like the pumpkin spice lattes. I don't really buy them. But when they come out, it means that fall is coming. They're coming August 22nd. So I'm super excited. Okay, next up is Summer Montage, which I worked on for my seasonal Sunday piece. This is artwork by Janet Stever, charted by Pain Free Crafts. And of course, I'm right here in this block. All I have left to do is mostly this corner up here. So I was able to put in 439 stitches last Sunday, and I am now at 5.89% of the way done with the whole thing. So I have a little bit of fill in. This is just block, so that will go very quickly. And then this corner. My goal is to finish this first block before we turn over to fall. So this will go quickly because I think there's only one color in there. It's this part that I've heard is confetti heavy. So that's where we'll be working. And you can see I spilled over a little bit into the next block, but that's fine. So we're going to work to get that done. So that is Summer Montage. And then the other thing I worked on, I gave it 4 hours so far. I want to pull it out again yet this month and give it another couple hours. Candy is also working on this one, so she asked that we work on it together, which was fun. Beautiful Things by Lindy Stitches. Oh, my darling, it's true. Beautiful Things have done some scratches too. This one I started, I don't know, a while ago. But this is on my year of whips and my countdown to 50. Anything on my year of whips is going to be on my countdown to 50. I finished the bird. I am 1 stitch off on the bird somewhere. You can't tell by looking at it. I noticed it when I did this stem here. It should be 1 over, but there's not enough space. I don't know. I don't know what I did. But anyway, I'm keeping it. I'm not going to worry about it. And then I'm working on the pot, which is a doozy. That's a doozy of a pot. But I don't know. I don't know that I'm actually going to get this done this year, but we're going to work on it. So I started on the pot or the urn. It looks like his head is cut off. He has a head. It's just under the Q-snap. This is stitched on a 32 count Outback Jack by Bestitch Me. So that is what I worked on. Like I said, I'd like to give it one more evening worth of work just because it is on my year of whips. So that is everything I stitched on. I'm trying to make this a quick video. Actually, my parents called me this morning, and when they found out I was sick, my dad said, keep it to half an hour and then go rest. So I'm trying to make it quick. So that's what we have. I have some haul because, of course, I went to Acorns and Threads, and I have some Stitchy Kindness because Candy brought me some Stitchy Kindness. First up, I got my Classic Colorworks Floss Fix of the month, August 2024 Club from Fat Quarter Shop. These are the colors. We have Hayride, which is this kind of brown green color. Hazelnut, which is maybe this one right here, that kind of caramel color. Heather Lee, which is this pink purple. Hickory Sticks, which we know is this darker brown. Holly Berry, which is that light red. And Honeycomb, which is the kind of yellow gold. So great. We'll look forward to adding that to my collection. And then from Acorns, I picked up a few charts. Because of course I did. I've been wanting this one. Hands-on Designs Autumn Folk. So I have the spring and summer. So the autumn just came out. So I got that. I don't have the paddle yet. I do plan on getting the paddle at some point. Just to change them out on. So I got that. I picked up this. I just saw it and I loved it. And I thought it was so pretty. It's called Flutterby by Moho Stitches. Really, really pretty. Don't know when I'm going to start it. But that one 128 by 129. When Candy was here, I noticed that she would always look at the back of the charts, and I'm like, what are you looking at? She's like, well, I'm looking at the sizes of them. I was like, you look at the sizes before you start something? And she's like, yes. I'm like, oh, I'm learning, guys. I never look at the sizes. I'm like, that's pretty, I'll stitch that. That's how I get into trouble with all these big projects. The other thing that Candy helped me do when she was here, which was so helpful and good, is we went through, I have a huge drawer full of already kitted or mostly kitted projects. Some of them are kits that came as kits. Some of them I've kitted up and just haven't started for a variety of reasons. Candy knows me so well. So she was like, pick 6 of these to start for next year. Because I'm like, I want to contain my starts for next year. So I'm going to do 1 new start a month, give or take. I mean, it might not, but like no more than, I mean, it might not always work out to be 1 a month, but like not really more than that, except for my birthday at the New Year new start. So there'll really only be 14 new starts next year. And she's like, just do the half a year. Just pick out 6 to start with. Well, I think she said I could have 8 because my birthday's in the first half of the year and I got my New Year new start. So I did that. It was super helpful. She would categorize the ones that she like had a maybe pile, and then she would be like, these 3 are very similar. Pick one of these 3. It was so helpful. And I was like, okay, I'm drawn to this one. She's like, great. We'll put the other 2 away. You could stitch them later. Or, you know, if you decide you don't want to stitch them, then you can give them away or sell them or whatever. But it was super helpful. And it was nice because I did pull out some things and I'm like, you know what? My tastes have changed. I'm not going to stitch that. She's like, okay, then we'll do something else with it. We'll put it in a separate pile. So, because the drawer is very full. So yeah, it was very helpful. So Candy, thank you so much. And then I'll do it again. She said I could zoom. She's like, I'll come back. I don't think she's really going to come back, but she's like, I'll come back mid-year and we'll do it again for the second half of the year. So that was really, really helpful. So Candy, thank you, my dear. I appreciate that. Okay, back to haul. I have been wanting this chart for the longest time. You're all going to laugh at me because it's another huge chart. And I don't have it, and now I do. Because Acorns and Threads has a coupon book that you can get, usually that comes out in like October, November, somewhere in there, November, December, for the following year. And it's like each month you get a certain amount, like 20% off of 1 month it might be threads, month it might be fabric, 1 month it's draw poker chip. So you get at least, if you draw a poker chip, it's at least 20% off. It could be more. That was this month's coupon. So I got 20% off of my total order. I have gotten 40% off in the past twice, so I'm very excited. But this you draw it while you're checking out. But anyway, so I knew I was going to get at least 20% off. So I picked up Harriet Salt 1866 by Hands Across the Sea sampler. I have loved this one for a very long time. And it is a more expensive chart. So I put off kind of picking it up. I'm looking for it's huge. 413 by 414. But I love it. So I don't know when I'm going to stitch it. This is kind of like a retirement project in my mind. Some of these really big ones when I can, maybe stitch for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. Not that I will. I don't know if I'll be able to ever actually do that. But I love this chart. I've been eyeing it for a while. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to get it. So now I have Harriet Salt. And she does a great job of like giving you all the information about who the stitcher was, Harriet Salt, and all that. So I look forward to it. I haven't read it. It's like a book. It's a book. Like you can see how thick it is. And yes, the pages, there are like 30 pages in here of the book, but like there's also a lot of information. It's not short on information about who Harriet Salt was. So I appreciate that. For me, that's also kind of a collector's item. And then Sheila picked up this, and then several of us bought it. Kathleen bought it, Candy bought it, I bought it. This is Kesslin's, who is a local designer to us, called My Creation. And the idea is that you can pick whatever colors you want. There was a sample model or a model there, which I thought was really pretty. There are some beads that it calls for, but really they say, you know, just pick whatever colors you want. Is the most important. And then on the back they show this, which of course, you know, I love this. So what they did is, so this chart is 4x4 squares. So you see the first 4x4, and what they did is they rotated the chart 90 degrees, so you can see that upper corner and that corner are the same one. They rotated 90 degrees, stitch the chart. Rotated another 90 degrees, stitch down here. This and this is the same. Rotate it one more time, 90 degrees, and stitched it in this corner. You can see that and that are the same. Now, which is what I want to do because I love a big project. This like this is 103 by 103. So it'd be 206 by 206. It's not terribly big. I mean, 206 by 206 is kind of big, but I love it because it kind of gives me granny square crochet vibes. And I don't know how to crochet. I've tried to learn how to crochet several times, but I really want like granny squares. I love granny squares, the look of it, and this gives me that look without fighting learning how to crochet. So I love this so much. So I'm excited about this. We'll probably do it as a stitch along at some point. I'm not sure when. The other thing Candy brought me, so this is a project roll. I actually bought this at StitchCon. I couldn't fit it in my bags, and Candy said, I will bring it to you when I come in August, which is very nice of her because it is big. Let me show you. So it's a beautiful project. It is by Stitch and Roll, Project Rolls by Althea. Oops, you can't see that at all. So do look her up. It doesn't have an Etsy or anything, but there's her email. If you want to email, take a screenshot of that. Althea's SNR stitchandroll at gmail.com. So this is it's a project roll. So it's sturdy. It has like a wood roll or cardboard, hard cardboard roll in it. And it's just like a big long mat. And this is going to be great for storing my finished projects before I go and get them framed in. That's what I got it for storing, you know, taking things to the framers, that sort of thing. So that's what this is for. So that I bought at StitchCon, but Candy brought it for me. So thank you, Candy. I know that took up a lot of space in your luggage. And then Stitchy Kindness, Candy brought me some gifts. First up, she knows how much I love Laffy Taffy. They had a bag of Laffy Taffy at their at the Stitchy table. I sat at Candy's table at StitchCon, and I was eating a lot of Laffy Taffy. I love Laffy Taffy. I love all these flavors. Banana is my favorite flavor, but I love all of these flavors. So that will definitely be eaten. And then she brought me this adorable little bag. Look at that. With the flowers and the black kitty. It looks like Jack and their cup of tea, which tea sounds really good right now, honestly. I'm not going to lie. With a little bit of honey in it. And then inside was this really cute kitty cat charm. Or it's a zipper pull or a scissor fob. And was this really cute chart by Vowel Stuff, Spook of the Month October. October. Isn't that cute? And it's on perforated paper. And I think I might stitch it on the perforated paper and do like a little ornament or something. So very cute. And it comes with the eyes and the moon as buttons and all that. So Candy, honey, thank you so much. It's been such a joy. I kept trying to talk her out of taking the cruise and just staying here and stitching with me instead. And let you know it, she was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then she said, well, what if you pay for my cruise so I can make that money back, I'll do it. And I said, really? She said, no, I'm not missing my cruise. I'm like, fine. I tried, folks. I did try. Okay, so that's my haul. No, my other haul is I got the World of Cross Stitching. This is the September 2024 issue. It's pretty good. There's only one thing I think I'm going to stitch in it, and it's a Stitch Along by Doreen Jones. I will try to do, I know I owe you a flip through of the last one too. I'm just going to be saving my voice this weekend and trying to rest. But the freebie for this one is really what I love. The freebie for this month was Seasonal Memories. I think these are so cute and adorable. I love them all. Honestly, I mean, I don't have dogs, but I think that is really cute. I mean, I love them all. So I was like, well, which one would I not stitch? I would stitch them all. So I think these are cute. So definitely love the free gift. Okay, so that I think is all my haul. Okay, giveaways. So we had giveaways last week. We had 4 giveaways. So we gave away the Stony Creek Spring. This is from Janet, who sent me a big batch of charts to give away. Denise Gray, you won this. I have your address unless you've moved recently, but I do have your address. So if you want to email me, you can, but no need to. I will get that sent out. We did this Spring Stained Glass by Imaginating. Nanette McDougall, you won this. I also have your address, so no need to email me unless you want to, or unless you've moved. We have this really sweet sugar stitches. These are all from Janet, these 3. This is the March sampler. And the winner of this, I do need your address. You can email me at c6stitch@gmail.com. JRCAJUN cross stitch. Okay, you won this, so please email me so I can get it sent out to you. And then I gave away this issue of Cross Stitcher. This is the April 2019, where I did these birds and teacups chart. I did that one. I took it upon myself to mark a few other charts that you may like. The winner of this is Linda Fisatola. So Linda, I do have your address, honey, and I will get that sent out in the mail. For this week's giveaways, let's do, I never heard from the winners of these 2 magazines, so we're going to give them away again. So this is just cross stitch. This is the June 2023, so last year's June issue of just cross stitch. I picked this up off the freebie table at StitchCon. So if you would like to be entered to win this, say June. I'll open worldwide. I'll mail it anywhere. So say June. And then this is their new, the new renovated, is that updated, new and improved? This is their summer 2024 issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. So say summer if you want to win this, so that you really can see the improvements between the 2 magazines. I think, I've talked about that in the past. So say summer, again, open worldwide. I'll ship it anywhere. And so don't say giveaway or free or anything like that. And we'll just do those 2 giveaways for now. And I'll get the other one shipped out soon. Okay, plans. We're at 28 minutes. So plans for this month, I'm going to continue working on Immortal 25/7 for 25 minutes a day. I'm going to give one today, Saturday, on Halloween window. Summer montage for tomorrow for Seasonal Sunday. Then I'm going to do Beautiful Things. I'm going to give one more night of work on Beautiful Things. And then I'm going to do 2 days on This is Bloom and Bouquets by Jeanette Douglas. This is a series. I have all 6 of them. And this is number 1, Thankful. This is for in the Magazine Monthly Challenge group. This is the cross stick for this month is Glide, Glide. This is for the D for Jeanette Douglas. And I'm not very far along. I started this last year for Karen from Stitching Past My Bedtime for her birthday. I love it. I think it's super, super pretty. Again, as with most things, the picture does not do it justice. But I love it. So I'm going to pull that out, give it a couple days. This is on my year of whips, but I don't think we're going to get it done. But that's okay. We'll give it some love. And then I'm going to work on twice Black Cat Season by Lindy Stitches. I am on number 3 chart out of 6, so that's good. May the blackest cat you've ever seen make you smile on Halloween. I think it's so cute. I love this fabric too. This is Blackberry Latte by Grace Note Fabric. It's the called for this. You are intended to stitch it like as a row, one below the other, but I'm doing them, or you can stitch them individually if you wanted, but I'm doing them 3 across by 2 down. So I have a little bit of a start on number 3. This is on my year of WIP, so you'll be seeing this quite a bit the second half of the year because we want to try to get it done. Okay, I'm fading. I'm going to let you go 30 minutes and 15 seconds. It will be a little bit longer once I add in the intro and the outro, but that's pretty good. I hope you have a great week. I hope you're feeling okay. And that it's not too hot wherever you are or too cold if you're in the southern hemisphere. And I will see you all next week. Bye.